Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bunhan. My student ID number is 100-185-1640. So today I'm going to carry out my individual practical assignment of the course EV311 Water and Wastewater Engineering. So in this mini project, we have to decide one of the water treatment processes which we can carry out with our home-based infrastructure. So the water treatment process that I have selected is filtration. So what is filtration? Filtration is basically a process of removal of suspended particles of a smaller size from the water. So in filtration, a passage of water is going to pass through a porous medium to remove all these suspended particles. Now I'm going to explain about what is the mechanisms of filtration. Filtration is basically adopting sedimentations and absorptions as well. So the interstice between the grain particles, which is our materials in our filter system, acts as a mini sedimentation basin in which the suspended particles that are smaller than the voids in the filter bed settles upon the sides of all these materials. So the idea of the particles that will stick on all our material grains is because of the physical attractions between two particles of matter. The objective of this mini project is to remove the impurities, particularly the suspended particles, from the dirty water and convert it into a much cleaner water. In order to do so, we are adopting the process that I've mentioned earlier, which is filtration process, and we are building a filter plant in order to achieve the objective. Now I am going to explain about the material used in water filter system. First of all, we have activated carbon. Activated carbon is used in water purifications to remove the impurities and contaminants through the process of absorption. Activated carbon can be used to remove chemicals that gives unpleasant odor or taste to the water, such as hydrogen sulfide or chlorine. Secondly, we have volcanic rocks. Volcanic rocks give a lot of surface area for beneficial bacteria to colonize and grow. These bacteria will improve the water quality by reproducing and eventually removing the nitrates. Furthermore, we have ceramic bioring. These ceramic biorings provides a good habitat, just like the volcanic rocks, for bacteria to grow and colonize. These beneficial bacteria are useful in removing the ammonia and nitrates, which is the harmful chemicals, from the water. The fourth material is zeolite. Zeolite is a kind of rocks which we call as ammonia absorbing rocks, which is used to remove ammonia from the water. The zeolite also helps in absorbing toxic gases, regulating pH level, provide micronutrients, absorbing odors, bacteria, suspended solids, waste, and organic matters from the water. Followed by gravel. So gravel is used to prevent clogging of the pipes that connect the filter tanks. To prevent the filter material from entering and blocking the underdrain, gravel layer is laid and used. Subsequently, we have fine sand. So fine sand filtration is used for the removal of suspended metals as well as the floating and sinkable particles, leaving the dirt particles behind in the fine pores of the sand. Lastly, we have high density filter pad. High density filter pad performs the same function just like the fine sand. It is used to remove the suspended and sinkable particles. It will be our final guard before the filter water is produced. In order to build my mini filter plant, I am using plastic bottles as our filter tanks, plastic pipes as our connection between the filter tanks, and hot glue gun to secure the connection parts without leakage. So now we are going to explain about our filter system. So first we got this big tank, for us to pour in all the dirty waters and will flow into our first tank. So in our first tank, I put in all the volcanic rocks and the biorings on the first tank because it is bigger, and then follow into the second tank. The second tank, I use the zeolite rocks to function just like our gravels. So I put it on the bottom and the top in order to avoid the backflow of the activated carbon and the overflow of the activated carbon materials into the previous tank and the following tank. Followed by the third tank, we have gravels here, and then we have sand here, and then gravels. Same thing, gravels function to avoid the overflow and the backflow of the material. So the sand, I laid it in the middle. And lastly, our last tank, which we have zeolite rocks and our cotton, our filter pad, okay, and followed by the outlet. So now we are going to pour in the dirty waters. I've already poured in some and let it try to run through first. So now I'm going to show it to you how we turn from a dirty and cloudy water into a clean water. Alright. So as you can see, I'm adding in more cloudy water. And the pipe starts to flow. Okay, you're gonna take some time because it's flat, it's parallel level, so that's why it takes some time to flow. So I'm gonna add in more so that it flows faster. You can see it starts to drip here. It starts to drip. I'm going to remove the one that we have done, and we'll see how is the outcome. So as you can see, our first tank, I put in all the cloudy and dirty waters, and it flows here into our first filter tank. We have our ceramic ring and our volcanic rocks here. It is bigger. So follow into the second tank. We have zeolite rocks. In the middle we have activated carbon. Okay, going into the following tank, we have gravels, sand and gravels. Coming here, zeolite rocks. Come up, we have filter pad, and start to drip our outcome here. It's going to take a while because the pressure is quite low, okay, and it takes time for the filter to process and infiltrate as well. So we'll see after 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and we will see how's the outcome. While the filter is running, I'm going to show you a clearer shot. So first we have the tank, which we pour in all the dirty waters. Coming here with a tube, entering our first tank. So we have all the biorings and volcanic rocks here. So transfer to here, zeolite rocks, activated carbon, zeolite rocks. Come here, we have our gravels, sand, gravels. So at first, I actually put a quite thick layer of sand, but due to settlement, when you pour in water, it settles down, so it becomes a very small layer, but then it still functions because it's actually still quite a thick layer. Okay, coming here we got our zeolite rocks and then filter pad and producing our water. Okay, so it's been a while, so let's see our outcome. So this is the water that we filter out. You can see it's quite clear, and then compared to the water that we pour in, so you can see the difference. Filtered water and the dirty water, cloudy and clear. Alright, so pretty much that's all from us. So this is our filter tanks. Thank you. Well, now is our conclusions and self-reflections session. So as you can see, our filter plant is right behind me, And I would say this project is pretty successful. We have successfully turned a cloudy water into a much clearer and cleaner water. So in this process, I would say we have successfully removed the suspended particles from a dirty water. Although the water that has gone through our filter plant looks clean, but of course it is still not safe to be consumed. So this water still have to go through water processes such as coagulations, sedimentations, disinfections and many other processes in order to make it safe to be consumed. So I hope this video has provided you a clearer view on how to make a small filter plant at home. Thank you very much and have a nice day.